What's up? I am back. Today we're going to be doing Beat Vlog 2. I'm going to be going over Akai's new MPC software. It is Akai MPC Beats is what it's called. I've never really used it. I installed it the other day, kind of played with it for 5 minutes, and then I left. So I'm pretty much going to be working this out on the fly. So if you are looking for a tutorial on how to use it, this is probably not the video for that. I'm trying to see if it's better than Fruity MPC, because now you have that's just an emulation of an actual MPC, but now we have Akai MPC Beats, and I'm trying to figure out which one is better. And for those asking, I have owned a MPC before. A 2000 XL for a brief moment, and I realized that it was super old, so I sold it. But it was a cool learning experience. Me personally, I wouldn't get one. Like, don't get me wrong, the sound that comes out of it, the compression and all of the sound that comes out of it, it hits hard. I enjoyed that part, but getting the sounds in there and making them work, and it was just the work that I had to put in to get out what I wanted wasn't enough. And I had other software and hardware that I could use. So with that being said, let's kind of get into this video and figure out how to use the software. But like I said, I have FL loaded up. I haven't really done anything. I went and found the sample, and yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna probably fast forward through this part because I know I will probably get a copyright strike, since this is a actual song, and we're gonna chop it up to where you can't hear that. That's hard. That is hard, bro. I don't know what it is, but when you find the right sample, bro, it's just like, oh. And I know a lot of people are probably like, you can chop that in MPC Beats, but like I said, I just got it. I don't know how to really use it, and I'm not trying to figure that out and make this video longer than I need to. So I'm just gonna go to Fruity Slicer and slice it up, and then I'm gonna place the pieces in there, because I did that. I did that the other day to see if it were possible, so I know it's possible to do it that way. So I finished up the chops. I am going to go with the first sample that I chopped out for right now, just to make something quick for this video. And I have multiple chops, as you can see. I'm probably going to use those for other beats, but we're going to see how this works with MPC Beats and getting a melody down with the sample. So this is pretty much how you have to drag them on. And I just like a little bit more flexibility when it comes to my chopping, and I'm not saying that this program can't do it. I'm just saying that at the moment I don't know how to do it in this. So that is why I am chopping my stuff like this. And when you load this up for the first time, make sure you put it on MPC Essential, and it'll have all of your stuff already kind of mapped out, so you don't have to do all the mapping. But I don't know if it works on the next banks, so I'm gonna just go with that. And as you can see, I kind of got my stuff wedged in there until I get my, I guess, table or whatever back, so I can have some support. But I'm not gonna be banging on this too hard anyway. And that's pretty much what I'm gonna go with. Keep it funky, keep it moving. Boom. I can make that work, bro. So, I can make it work. So, one thing that I did notice about this MPC, like it works very well. I like it, but I cannot clone it. So that is an issue when I can't clone it. And normally the workaround for that anyways would be, since it's already on its own track, I would just arm it and render it out into a wave. So I'm just gonna render it out into a wave because I already do this when I have an 808 that I know I'm gonna use. I can play it and it sounds fine. I'm gonna hit normalize though. I'm gonna reverse the polarity because last time I mentioned this, but I didn't have it recording on my OBS, so this time you should catch everything. But you're gonna normalize it, reverse polarity, so when I start to take out all of that high end and I put the 808 on, they're not fighting as much, but they're still gonna be occupying a little bit of the same space. And then, what is, that is weird. See, normally I have more stuff over here to work with, but that's all good. I know how to filter it out with this part right here, so I ain't tripping. I'm gonna see if I can fade out the, I'm pretty sure I can find a way to filter out the low end on this, but honestly right now I don't want to figure out how to do it in this program. Like it's gonna take me too long, so I'm gonna just do it the normal way and just put an EQ, slap an EQ on it, call it a day. I'm not gonna make it super complicated. For those who don't know, this is a little trick. If you have auto key for like auto tune and stuff, this tells you how to find the key of like beats you put in. If you do the same thing with your samples, it'll tell you a lot of the time accurately, so you don't have to sit here and try and figure it out. Just a little hack. See, now they're fighting. And I'm gonna have to fix it. But we knew this was coming, so hold on. Okay, so pretty much what I've done is I've kind of filtered out what I needed right here for the most part from the bass line to get the song sounding right. So after that part, I went ahead and cued the 808 to where it's not clipping so much. Like right around 100 is where I got it cutting off, so it's gonna overlap a little bit, but they won't be fighting as much, the 808 and the bass line, because they're not taking up the same space. It's hard to get your basses to work correctly, but in this case they sound okay together like how I have them set. So I'm gonna leave them at what they are at right now. you should be able to make out both, which I can, and I'm like, I'm cool with how it sounds. I might be doing this wrong, hey, but this is how I get it done. What I did right here is I remember that I could add the reverb and stuff to the sample, like all of your, I'm assuming all of your high passes and low passes and delays and stuff are gonna be in here. This is reverb, of course, but you have delays with low passes and high passes if you want to add it that way. And then I got some other plugins that I've bought that are in here that I was unaware of. And then you have your EQs and your filters right here. So that's where I would do all of that high passing and low pass and all the harmonics and stuff, modulations and everything that I would need to do inside of this MPC software. But I'm not gonna do that on this one. Close, because I just needed to add a reverb and I was pretty much done. Beat is pretty much done, so I'm going to do the transitions and all of that in Pro Tools. I'm probably gonna do a video on that pretty soon, because I know a lot of people are wondering why I don't do it in FL and what exactly do I do in Pro Tools that I guess makes it better. It doesn't really make it better, it just makes the workflow easier for me, because I don't have to transfer a beat into a session for Pro Tools and then record on it when it's already transitioned and everything's in there. All the artist has to do is get on there and rap at that point. And then if the engineer needs to tweak something, it's easier to tweak when it's several different tracks of sounds instead of one brick of sounds, and then you're like, oh, the snares are too high, so we got to turn the whole thing down. I'm gonna go ahead and play the beat. Y'all tell me what you think. Go ahead and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and hit the notification button so you know when my new videos are posted. Again, this is Kody, and I will see you next time.